It's a very intimidating feeling to be seated next to two men in uniform. I was checking, मैं आंकड़े देख रहा था NCRB के बिहार के, क्योंकि बिहार आने से पहले यही परसेप्शन होता है कि यहाँ पे लॉ एंड ऑर्डर बहुत ही ख़राब है, बाहर के लोगों को यही परसेप्शन रहा जाता है। तो मैं देख रहा था 2022 के जो लास्ट आंकड़े आए थे NCRB के, कि बिहार के क्राइम रेट जो प्रति लाख दर क्राइम है वो नेशनल एवरेज से कम है। महिलाओं के खिलाफ क्राइम हो या शिशु अपराध, दोनों में ही जो राष्ट्रीय स्तर है उनसे कम है बिहार के क्राइम रेट। जो परसेप्शन है पूरे देश में उसके बिल्कुल ही अलग है। तो ऐसा क्यों है कि बिहार को लेके एक धारणा बना हुआ है जो अब तक बदला नहीं है? ये सवाल है डीजीपी विनय कुमार जी से।
देखिए, एब्सोल्यूट फिगर्स पे यदि हम जाएं तो जो मेजर हेड्स है क्राइम का, लाइक बिहार यूज्ड टू बी नोन वेरी इनफेमसली फॉर किडनैपिंग फॉर रैंसम, उसमें हम लोगों ने आमूलचूल परिवर्तन लाया है। जो नियरली 1000 किडनैपिंग फॉर रैंसम केसेस आज से 20-25 साल पहले हुआ करता था, दैट हैज बीन ब्रॉट डाउन टू अ डबल डिजिट फिगर अराउंड 25-30 इन अ ईयर। तो किडनैपिंग फॉर रैंसम हैज बीन कंट्रोल्ड टू अ ग्रेट एक्सटेंट, एब्सोल्युटली वी कैन से नियंत्रण हो गया है इस पे। और अभी जो केसेस कुछ हो रहे हैं वो बड़े पेटी नेचर के हैं, और 3 घंटे से 6 घंटे में अभी हम लोगों ने देखा है कुछ इस तरह के केस हुए हैं। जो फ्रेंड्स है, एक फ्रेंड दूसरे फ्रेंड को किसी कारण से अपहृत कर लिया, तो 3 से 6 घंटे 8 घंटे में अभी हाल के दिनों में भी 2-4 घटनाएं हुई है, उसका डिटेक्शन हो गया है। ऑल हैव बीन अरेस्टेड, चार्जशीटेड, ट्रायल्स बीइंग डन। Bihar was afflicted by dacoities also, house dacoities, road dacoities, robberies. इसमें भी काफी परिवर्तन आया है। If you compare figures 2004-5 का फिगर्स, एब्सोल्यूट फिगर आप देखेंगे, नॉट क्राइम रेट, क्राइम रेट तो और भी घट जाएगा। तो 2000 dacoities होती थी पर एनम, जो अभी 150, 100, 200 वो भी मिसलेनियस नेचर का है, कोई ऐसा बड़ा अलार्मिंग टाइप का नहीं होता है। Dacoities have come down, kidnapping for ransom has come down, Naxalism यहाँ पे काफी एक समस्या थी till 2005। 2005 onwards नक्सलिज्म के क्षेत्र में भी हम लोगों ने काफी उपलब्धियां हासिल की है, और हाल के बरसों में कोई भी इंसिडेंट ऐसा नहीं हुआ है जिसमें कोई पुलिसमैन की कैजुअलिटी हो, इवन पब्लिक की कैजुअलिटी भी निल है। बट जो पुराने नक्सली हैं, जो वांटेड हैं, उनकी गिरफ्तारियां हो रही है, और इस साल विद इन 6 months ओनली वी हैव अरेस्टेड मोर नंबर ऑफ नक्सल्स देन दे वर अरेस्टेड इन लास्ट ईयर और ईयर बिफोर लास्ट। तो नक्सलिज्म के क्षेत्र में भी जो बचा हुआ है, जो वेस्टिजेस है, उसको भी हम लोग समाप्त करने की दिशा में कारगर पहल कर रहे हैं। और जो लैंड माइन्स वगैरह लगाया गया है जो दूरस्थ इलाके में, उसको भी हम लोग फ्लश आउट कर रहे हैं। तो नक्सलिज्म हैज बीन एब्सोल्युटली कंटेन्ड। सिर्फ हमारे जो झारखंड बॉर्डरिंग 6 जिले हैं, जिसे लीगेसी एंड थ्रस्ट डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स की श्रेणी में रखा गया है, तो वहां पर भी कोई घटनाएं नहीं हो रही है ऐसी हिंसक घटनाएं। बट जस्ट बिकॉज अक्रॉस द बॉर्डर झारखंड में नक्सलिज्म अभी है कुछ हद तक, वहां पे भी काफी कंटेन हुआ है, तो हम लोगों ने इन जिलों को लीगेसी एंड थ्रस्ट कैटेगरी में रखा है, और वहां पे हम लोग निगरानी रख रहे हैं। तो वी हैव बीन एबल टू कंटेन नक्सलिज्म, किडनैपिंग फॉर रैंसम, डेकोइटीज। अभी यदि मर्डर्स पे आप आएंगे तो 90s में, मिड 90s में 5000 मर्डर्स जो बिहार का अभी का क्षेत्र है, एक्सक्लूडिंग झारखंड, 5000 मर्डर केसेस होते थे, रिपोर्ट होते थे। If you see the absolute figures of 2004 में 4000 मर्डर्स होते थे, यहां पे रिपोर्ट होते थे। अभी total number of murders reported during the year is 2500 के आसपास. एब्सोल्यूट फिगर्स भी डाउन हुआ है काफी इफ यू कंपेयर 15-20 साल पहले से. और क्राइम रेट जब अभी निकालेंगे आप तो पॉपुलेशन बढ़ा है 2011 और 2005 की तुलना में तो काफी बढ़ा है. तो क्राइम रेट जब आप देखेंगे तो मर्डर का क्राइम रेट हो या किसी भी चीज का क्राइम रेट हो, दैट इज द क्राइम रिपोर्टेड पर लाख ऑफ पॉपुलेशन, तो ये और भी घटा है. तो यदि आप क्राइम रेट के हिसाब से देखें, इवन एब्सोल्यूट फिगर के हिसाब से देखें तो क्राइम हैज कम डाउन. बट एज यू नो कि बिहार एक बड़ा ही डेमोक्रेटिकली कंसस और अवेयर सोसाइटी है. यहाँ पे एक एक क्राइम का हिसाब लिया जाता है पुलिस से. एंड मीडिया में भी आता है कि 6 घंटे हो गए, 12 घंटे हो गए, पुलिस के हाथ खाली, तो एक प्रेशर बनता है. तो एक एक क्राइम को हम लोग बड़ी संवेदनशीलता के साथ ले रहे हैं और उसके डिटेक्शन के लिए, अपराध कर्मियों की गिरफ्तारी के लिए हम लोग काफी प्रयास कर रहे हैं. एंड ऑफ लेट वी हैव कंसेंट्रेटेड ऑन ट्रायल्स, प्रोसिक्यूशन. इस साल जितने सारे संवेदनशील कांड हुए हैं, जो चर्चित कांड हुए हैं, सभी में हम लोगों ने ट्रायल शुरू कर दिया है. बीट द तनिष्का लूट कांड इन आरा भोजपुर, बीट गोपाल खेम का मर्डर केस जो अभी जुलाई में हुआ था, उसमें भी हम लोगों ने चार्जशीट करके कॉग्निजेंस हो गया, ट्रायल चल रहा है. एक चर्चित डकैती पटना से हुआ था जीवा ज्वेलर्स का, उसमें भी वी हैव स्टार्टेड ट्रायल्स. सो ऑल द चर्चित केसेस जो अभी रिपोर्ट हुए हैं हाल के दिनों में, उसमें वी हैव नॉट ओनली कंडक्टेड इन्वेस्टिगेशन प्रॉपरली एंड एडिक्वेटली विथ प्रॉपर एविडेंस, बट हम लोगों ने उसका ट्रायल्स भी शुरू करा दिया है. जो जनरल मर्डर केसेस है उसमें भी हम लोगों ने ट्रायल शुरू करा दिया है. जो क्राइम अगेंस्ट वीमेन है, अभी एक केस हुआ था 3 महीने पहले मुजफ्फरपुर के कुरनी थाना में, वेरी चर्चित केस, 12 इयर्स गर्ल रेप्ड एंड मर्डर्ड. उसमें हम लोगों ने रिकॉर्ड टाइम में लेस देन 3 मंथ्स में इन्वेस्टिगेशन करके डीएनए मैचिंग वगैरह करा करके अभी सजा करवाया है लास्ट वीक. एंड द पर्सन हैज बीन सेंटेंस्ड टू लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट टिल ही लिव्स. तो ये परसेप्शन जो है वो ईच एंड एवरी क्राइम के बाद जनता उद्वेलित होती है, बिकॉज वी ऑल्सो कंसीड कि एक भी मर्डर यदि समाज में होता है, एक भी हत्या की घटना यदि होती है, तो ये समाज के कंसेंस को उद्वेलित करती है. इसलिए हर केस को हम लोग बड़ी संवेदनशीलता के साथ ले रहे हैं. तो अपराध बढ़ने की जो एक इम्प्रेशन है, बढ़ने का जो इम्प्रेशन है वो एक इंसिडेंट के बेसिस पे है. ये कोई आंकड़ों के आधार पे लोग नहीं कह रहे हैं कि आंकड़ों के आधार पे मैंने बताया कि क्या परिदृश्य बदला है अपराध के सिलसिले में. अपराध की प्रवृत्ति बदल रही है. इस पे आई थिंक हमारे कुंदन कृष्णन जी, एडीजी हेडक्वार्टर, ही विल टेल यू हाउ द क्राइम्स आर चेंजिंग, द नेचर ऑफ क्राइम्स आर चेंजिंग. साइबर क्राइम्स वर नॉट देयर फ्यू इयर्स बैक, बट नाउ द साइबर क्राइम is afflicting the whole society और बहुत सारे तरह के साइबर क्राइम्स हो रहे हैं. तो आई थिंक कुंदन जी would tell you about the changing nature of crimes.
I am coming to that only. Mr. Krishnan, yes, perhaps Bihar faces more scrutiny than many other states, but yet I have seen some reports which are saying that contract killings, even rape and murder, in last 1 year, numbers have gone up, and some opposition leaders are even claiming that Bihar is probably going back again to Jungle Raj. That's the claim. I have seen STF forming a special cell to tackle a few cases. So what's the roadmap for this special cell? What new steps are you taking? How are you tackling the emerging crime scenario in Bihar?
STF was created in 2000. When Naxalism was on the upsurge. I think 2005 we had the worst phase when we had Madhuban Tehsil looted, Jahanabad jailbreak conducted. So STF was formed as a mechanism to tackle Naxalism based on the Greyhound which were already existing in Andhra Pradesh. Now we only have 6 districts left, and I can confidently say we have only 3 armed Naxal cadres active who we are trying to get their surrender. We are not going after them, but their family members have been persuaded to make them come overboard. They're all three belongs to the indigenous tribal communities in the Kharagpur hills. At the same time, 2000 onwards, kidnapping for ransom was a big problem. It was tackled. Organized crime was tackled by STF. And then the kidnapping for ransom gangs were very powerful. They had AK-47 rifles, some had LMGs, and they were notorious. But thanks to prosecution 2005 to 2008, I think 3-4 gangs were convicted. All of them were convicted. Now, what is the present socio-demographic composition of Bihar? We still have the highest total fertility rate, 2.8. We have a huge youth population. I think below 35, 50% of the population is below the age of 35. The population pyramid is there. Demographically, the youth is a bulge. There's a lot of unemployment also. However, when we come to heinous crimes, it has been curtailed, but a segment of the youth are enamored by social media, having photographs with country-made weapons, making reels. We are identifying such people. Similarly, because of unemployment, some have taken to contract killing. So as we progress, we found that in the STF doesn't deal with cybercrime as such per se. We have a different vertical, and the government of Bihar is going to notify a special vertical to tackle cybercrime. But within the STF, we found that we need a special cell to catalog and have dossiers on all people who have been involved in contract killing. We have a robust mechanism of data. Like, for example, STF has a data of over 5,000 criminals, 3,000 Naxal cadres. Because not all of them are convicted all the time. They do resurface and go back to their old ways. So we monitor them. This was not done with people involved in contract killing. So we have made a small cell to catalog all cases wherein contract killing was involved. And now we are having regular searches of their houses, or we call them to the police station and find out what they're doing. It's a fact that a lot of criminals have fled Bihar. This year, I think more than 150 people wanted in heinous crimes who had left the state, we have caught them and brought them back. Similarly, we have a narcotics cell also. Now, finally, this month itself, the government of Bihar has given a sanction for a special cell to look after, to enforce prohibition and go after narcotics. Youth, again, they are becoming prone to narcotics. It's a national trend, a global trend. We have a border, free movement regime in Nepal, open borders. We are very close to the northeast, the so-called Golden Triangle rather, Myanmar. So we are working out we are trying to identify the large people involved in narcotics. We have had substantial success in that. So these cells have been formed to build up the information and data bank, and we help the district police. Our basic functional unit is the police station, and then above it, the SP. So the cells are there to monitor and provide advice, and needed even kinetic action, then we provide. We have special teams everywhere. Coming to the roadmap, Bihar Police has built a roadmap for the next 5 years. We have seen what is required. We are anticipating what is going to be. For example, as you have mentioned, cybercrime. The nature of property crime in India as a whole, and particularly in a poor state like Bihar, with the UPI stack system and the digitization of our economy, cybercrime is a big threat. We need experts in cybercrime, and we are proud to say that Bihar is one of the few states where all the districts in Bihar have a cyber police station. In fact, we have 44 cyber police stations. There are 38 revenue districts. Patna has 4 cyber police stations, all headed by generally a technical background person of DSP rank. But still, the nature of cybercrime is so dynamic, copycat action, use of cryptocurrencies, कि we are planning on even going ahead. A proper cyber vertical, it's on the table, it may be passed in the next cabinet. Then we will, to basically develop the capacity of our people involved in dealing with cybercrime. Again, because the population bulge and educated population, amongst the top 10 districts in India, which are reporting cybercrime on the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, 1930 is the phone number. We have a constant 3 to 4 districts from Bihar: Nalanda, Nawada, Patna, Shekhpura. So here we are strengthening the mechanism. We want to pull back the youth from that. So that is the situation at present. At the same time, as our earlier panelists have mentioned, the infrastructure building activity in before 2000, 2005, engineers, all the contractors, the amount of extortion taking place was phenomenal. I'm proud to say, for example, this year, only once I've been rung up, there's a contractor called PMC is making a road from Varanasi to Haldia. It's a greenfield project. They faced some activities by some armed criminals from Jharkhand. We caught them and they have already been convicted. Arms were caught, they have been convicted in Arms Act case. So whatever you see, the infrastructure, the buildings coming up, the roads, all the projects, you'll find out that you get hardly any complaints of extortion, which was a bane for this state also.
I'm finding it very interesting. Both officers are emphasizing on prosecution and conviction, which is always a problem with policing. And especially when encounter killings are getting very popular in certain states in India. Mr. Kumar, how is that Bihar police ensuring that charge sitting happens on time and then it leads to conviction? Of course, conviction solely doesn't depend on police force. The judiciary also has to play a part. But at least from the police side, how it is ensured that there is a time-bound charge sitting so that it helps in conviction and accountability from the officers investigating, because many a time we see that people are more focused on instant justice. But you are talking more about, both officers are talking about prosecution and conviction. Short answer because we are running out of time.
We have already trained our circle inspectors and SDPOs. Workshops were held and I myself addressed them for long 2 hours, 3 hours. So the supervisory officers have been sensitized and in turn they have sensitized the investigating officers, and our CID is monitoring the investigation of cases on a regular basis every day. Additional DG CID is engaging 1 or 2 districts and CID is monitoring the important cases, investigation, quality, as well as charge sitting the arrested criminals on time. So I already narrated you that almost all the important cases which were reported this year, we have been able, not only we have been able to detect in a record time, but we have submitted charge sheet and trials have already started. Like 3-4 cases I just mentioned, that this Gopal Khemka murder case, एकदम चर्चित कांड था, ऐसा लग रहा था जैसे बिहार हिल गया. Then Taniska loot कांड, Ara, huge amount of jewelry was looted from a bank, Taniska. So we were able to arrest more than 2 dozen criminals, not only from Bihar, but from the states like Jammu and Kashmir, Chandigarh, Punjab, Delhi, and almost the whole amount has been recovered. The whole amount of jewelry has been recovered. Charge sheet has been submitted in record time. Trials are going on. So we are not only monitoring investigation from on day-to-day basis, we are going through the case diaries. Myself went through the case diaries of Gopal Khemka case and all those cases. So CID is monitoring. We ourselves are monitoring the investigation of the cases. We have got perfect liaising with the judicial officers. High Court is cooperating very well with the trials, and we have sent a list of cases in which the High Court, Honorable High Court, is directing the district courts for a speedy trial. And it is due to seamless coordination between the police and the judiciary that we have been able to get conviction in a record time. Like I told you, in March, there was a case of murder of an ASI, Assistant Sub-Inspector in Araria district. 18 persons were charge-sheeted, and within 2 months, 18 accused have been sentenced to life imprisonment 2 weeks back. So within 4 months, we have been able to secure conviction. Similarly, I can cite few cases of crime against women in Muzaffarpur in which convictions have. Now, this year, more than 2 lakhs witnesses have gone to the court and deposed. Last year, the whole annual figure was just around 1,90,000 or something.
I have to interrupt because we are running absolutely out of time. One last question for Mr. Kumar. Mr. Krishnan. You mentioned about narcotics. This morning, one gentleman came up to me after a sports session that he said that drug addiction has become a huge problem in Bihar, particularly after alcohol prohibition, especially in public parks. Young boys and girls are taking drugs and all that. How serious is this issue, and how are you tackling it? More important, how are you tackling this narcotics issue? Quickly, please.
The government is very serious on it. That's why they created a vertical for it, which will have a police station. It has been sanctioned at the state capital level. All important cases will be monitored by them, investigated by them. We are going to go after the big fry. It is a growing problem.
Any preventive measure?
Preventing is a social problem. Outreach, already it is going on with the schools. We are monitoring the activities outside schools and colleges. Regular checking of many of the parks is also being done. We take a park where reports are coming in that boys are sitting there, girls are sitting there and smoking. What are they smoking? We surround the park, we check it. We are on the job. It will take time, and basically we are going after the wholesalers, not the peddlers at first. We want to choke the supply. Similarly, weapons crime, for example. Bihar is amongst the top 3 in gun violence. So what is the reason for it? Weapons, availability of country weapons and availability of ammunition. The government as a whole, because all the DMs are involved in this, the Chief Secretary himself has taken the lead. We have verified all our gun shops already. 2-3 of their licenses have been cancelled because we have found that they pilferage of ammunition from them. Similarly, this year, a record number of country-made arms manufacturing units have been busted. And we are making dossiers of them also.
I'll have to end this conversation. It was a great opportunity to interrogate 2 police officers, but we're running short of time. Thank you so much for being part of India Today Conclave.